Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank, where I climb the online VGC ladder in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and provide live commentary as I go. In this video, I'm going to be trying out a really fun duo featuring Choice Scarf Lava Plume Armarogue as well as Dachsbun. I actually ran into this combination on the ladder recently, and I'll link the game down in the description below, but basically I KO'd the Dachsbun before it really accomplished anything, so I wasn't really sure what the duo was meant to accomplish, but then I saw that this was a public rental team, and I was like, I have to try it out myself. So the general idea is that Dachsbun's ability gives it a +2 defense boost every time it's hit by a fire type attack, and it's immune to fire type attacks. So you combine it with Lava Plume Armarogue, and you can get Dachsbun's defense very high very quickly. It sticks around for a long time thanks to the combination of leftovers and substitute, and it also gets access to body press, so you can boost your defense, completely wall physical attackers, and deal large amounts of damage with body press as well. And so, as always, I'll do a quick breakdown of the team, but if you want to just skip to the battles, check out the timestamps in the description below. One thing to note, I did record the battles first, and then I realized I was mispronouncing Dachsbun the entire time, so I call it Dachsbun throughout the video. I am deeply sorry, but I do think Dachsbun is a very cute name, and so I have no shame. But thank you so much as always for watching. If you do enjoy, it'd really mean a lot if you consider liking the video or subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out a ton, but appreciate you all as always for coming out and watching. And let's get started with the team. First of all, huge thank you to Gaku, who is a Japanese player, for building and sharing this team. I've linked their Twitter down in the description below, as well as a paste, and as always, you can see a team code right up there if you want to try it out yourselves. And question of the day, with us using Dachsbun, I want to know what your favorite dog Pokemon is down in the comment section below. I love Corgis, and so Yamper is a very soft spot in my heart, and so that would be my answer. Not because of competitive viability, but just because it's cute. Let's talk about this team. There are so many crazy combinations, but of course the main one to talk about is Dachsbun plus Armarogue. So the idea here is that Dachsbun's ability, as I mentioned, raises your defense +2 when you get hit by a fire type attack, and you're also given a fire immunity, which is pretty sweet in a format where Armarogue, Torkoal, and Arcanine all exist. And so the idea here is that you just keep boosting your defense via the Lava Plume combination and get to like +2, +4, +6. Then it's really hard for physical attackers to KO you. You've got the leftovers as well and substitute plus protect. So this thing can sustain for basically forever. And so, yeah, you're not doing much damage with it early on, but after a boost or two to your defenses, suddenly you can actually really hit hard. And Snarl is just really valuable in shutting down a lot of those special attackers. Dachsbun's base speed, by the way, is actually really solid, base 95. And so, for example, if you're going up against Golden Go with no speed investment, the Dachsbun actually can outspeed them, which is pretty awesome. And so, yeah, even with very minimal speed EVs here, this thing is actually still decently speedy. But the idea is that you can just go with Armarogue Dachsbun and just start Lava Pluming immediately. And physical attackers, even if they threaten you with super effective damage at +2 defense, suddenly they're just not nearly as scary. And often players will like not get a one-hit KO onto Armarogue, especially because it's max HP or almost max HP here. So then you get to stick around and get like a second boost off. And you can immediately get to Dachsbun to like +4 defense within 2 turns, which is absolutely wild. And so Steel Terra here is important because otherwise you're obviously weak to opposing Steel and Poison attacks. And so Terra Steel is really the best defensive option here to make sure your Dachsbun hangs around for a little bit longer. Armarogue is the other Pokemon here that partners with the Dachsbun, and the idea is really to just boost it up, as I mentioned, with the Lava Plume, and you also have Expanding Force, which works nicely next to Indeedee with Psychic Terrain, Armor Cannon, which is just good offense, and Trick as your final means of kind of like disruption. Trick is just kind of one, move that you can use to catch opponents off guard and kind of lock them into an attack as well, and so it can be really valuable into like defensive Pokemon, for example, that really don't have value out of a Choice Scarf. To round out the team, you've got Indeedee. This Indeedee has Psychic, Encore, Hyper Voice, and Protect, so it's a more hyper-offensive Indeedee, and the idea is to just deal good damage with it. Pairs nicely with the Armarogue. You've also got Torkoal here. Torkoal notably actually also has Lava Plume, so it's not like you only need to rely on Armarogue and Dachsbun in order to enable it. You can go Torkoal Dachsbun as well, and that can be helpful. The Torkoal here is not min speed, it's actually modest 31 speed IV, so keep that in mind. You will generally outspeed opposing Torkoals outside of Trick Room, but if Trick Room goes up, then it could be a little bit scary. But Assault Vest is interesting. I feel like people don't respect this item very much on Torkoal. You have good type coverage here between Eruption, Lava Plume, Solar Beam, and Earth Power, and so it's another way to enable your Dachsbun. Finally, you've just got Choice Spam Meowscarada. This thing's just an absolute monster in terms of offense, and it actually has the Overgrow here rather than the Protean, and so you can deal more damage with your Flower Trick here. And actually, I think when I was playing with the team, I'd forgotten about that, and I thought it was Protean the whole time. So yeah, keep that in mind, because Overgrow is actually a really legit ability on this. Often Meowscarada will get chipped away, and your late game Flower Tricks with Choice Band, Flower Trick, and the increase in damage output is absolutely bonkers. The last Pokemon here is Azumarill. This isn't a belly drum set. It is just a offensive set with Liquidation, Play Rough, Aqua Jet, and Protect. And the idea is to just generally have good coverage into opposing fire types, for example. Opposing like dark types like Hydreigon. Those can be annoying. Dragon types, you know, Hydreigon, Garchomp are two of the most common Pokemon right now. And so Azumarill just gives you good coverage here. And so, yeah, I'd say like most of the game centers, or most of this team centers around Dachsbun and enabling it. But of course, it's not always going to be super good. I'd say it's especially good into teams that have a lot of physical attackers, maybe only have 1 or 2 special attackers. If you can knock out those special attackers, then Dachsbun can just like clean up the game for you because it's just so difficult to knock out between substitute leftovers, protect, and then the defense boost as well. So yeah, I'm so excited to try this team. So let's get started. All right, what do we got here? Skeledirge, Grimmsnarl, Amoonguss, Azumarill, Hydreigon, and the Annihilate. Skeledirge is pretty scary. Defense boosts can be okay here. You have Snarl as well. I mean, the physical attackers are... It's mainly just the Azumarill and Annihilate. I could go with Indeedee. So set up Psychic Terrain. Probably want Azumarill, I think. Like, I guess one interesting approach is like... I'm just gonna try the combo. What do I want in the back? Solvus Torkoal's pretty interesting here, no lie. But I feel like Azumarill plus Meowscarada seems solid here as well. Alright, let's try it out. I don't really know what to expect here. I would have preferred more physical attackers on their team, but I just really want to try the combo off here. So, eager to see how much value we can get out of the Dachsbun. So, let's see. I know when I fought against this, I legitimately had, like, no idea what was coming my way. Grimmsnarl? Okay, that's honestly probably one of the better leads I could have run into. I just wonder if they go for Final Gambit immediately. Could be the case. Like, I want to just Lava Plume. Substitute? Sub isn't that bad here, honestly. Okay, I'm down. They're gonna go for a Terra. Interesting. Probably a defensive one onto... Yeah. Okay. Fire Terra. That's cool. Haven't really run into too many, like, Annihilates that have Terra'd in general. Okay, they just Light Screen, which is fine by me. Sure. Okay. So get Lava Plume off. But I wonder if they're just going to Fire Terra into Final Gambit on the Dachsbun. Because I do no damage. That feels like a Solvus more than anything. It's bulk up. Wait, but that's actually good for me. Because I'm going to just skill up quicker than you with the defense boosts. Okay, well the Dachsbun is now under a substitute. Yeah, so they're bulk up leftovers. That's actually... Bulk up Annihilate is one of the sets I'm going to be trying out relatively soon. So we both have leftovers, which is interesting. But, like I said, I scale faster. So I'm using a Lava Plume again. And Body Press. I guess Rage Fist is going to add up pretty quickly. But... Alright, +4 defense already. Grimmsnarl also notably not going for a, they're just gonna Rage Fist here. Grimmsnarl notably not going for a priority move. So Rage Fist is gonna knock us out, but we got to +4 defense, which is pretty sweet, I would argue. Now we get a +4 Body Press off, and they're no longer Ghost typing. It's really good damage. We're gonna Spirit Break here, but does that really break our Spirit Break at +4? I wouldn't think so. Let's go, Dachsbun. Yes. Oh my gosh. You got a bulk up off. I do have a Azumarill with Aqua Jet. Choice Band. Water Terra. I don't mind going into Azumarill here, but honestly, I kind of want to just protect the Azumarill and body press them. Yeah, that works for me. Into Aqua Jet next turn. Okay, so they do protect here. Yeah, that's fine. They can Rage Fist the Azumarill next turn. Aqua Jet presumably won't KO them. They set up Reflect as well. But Aqua Jet plus Body Press should KO the Annihilate. Even with Reflect, I would think. Because Aqua Jet's super effective. That was a missed opportunity, maybe. I don't know. The good thing is, with Meowscarada in the back, we can still crit through all these, the Reflect, which is valuable. But one of the downsides is I've been powering up Rage Fist for the, Annihilate. Yeah, so I'm down to Aqua Jet here and Body Press. It's just such a fun strategy, though. They're faster, so they're going to get a parting shot off, which is pretty annoying. I'm actually not sure we KO now. And I'll be increasing the Rage Fist damage as well, which is really annoying. You can see the value of Leftovers bulk up here. Dachsbun is still very well positioned in this game, though, I would argue. Skeledirge comes out, okay. Oh, that's a crit. That's a huge crit, unfortunately. I feel bad. Like, the question is whether or not Aqua Jet and Body Press would have KO'd. But to be honest, that's like a game-defining crit. That is one of the downsides of going for setup, but like, we're using a setup-oriented strategy as well. Like, that's just incredibly lucky. So, I feel pretty bad about that. But, you know, when you're given RNG like that, you kind of just got to take it and run away with it. So, let's do our best to seal up the game now, you know? Because that does give us a major advantage, but the worst feeling is when you have an advantage like this and still throw the match. Azumarill comes out now. I'm actually pretty worried about this belly drumming on me. I'm at -1. I don't really feel comfortable switching out into Meowscarada, to be honest. I think I'm just going to Liquidation and Body Press here. Dachsbun's the fastest here. Okay, chipping away with Body Press. Ah, they have Will-O-Wisp. Okay. So it's support Skeledirge. I was hoping it'd be more offensive. Well, that's not great for me. I'm at -1, Will-O-Wisp and Reflect is up, so my damage output here is very, very sad. Actually, you know, that's honestly more than I expected. They play rough into that slot, that's fine. I'm waiting for the free switch into Meowscarada. Especially because my opponents committed their Terra as well. We were faster with the Azumarill, which is good to see. So now to just Liquidation again. I'm actually going to Snarl here, I think. Because the Azumarill should be in KO range from the Meowscarada at this point anyway. So I might as well start chipping away at Skeledirge a little bit more. I can see them going for like a Torch Song here onto Dachsbun. No, actually you can't target Dachsbun with fire. Oh, it's Slack Off, okay. I can use Knockoff onto that, but man, that's going to be annoying to beat in the long run. Pretty good damage, though. Play Rough into that slot, actually. Huh, okay. Does fade the Substitute. The thing is, Slack Off's PP isn't really that great, so they're going to run out at some point. Liquidation again. This is annoying because I can't do that much damage right now. I'll just Body Press. Okay, you're at around 50%. We're going to keep slacking off, yeah. Skeledirge is a really interesting option. Some people are using it as a Dondozo counter with Fairy Terra. Okay, so we finally get the free switch into the Meowscarada, which is what I was looking for. The question, though, is with Choice Band, what do I actually lock myself into? I lean towards Knockoff, honestly. Just try to KO the, try to KO this. Because with +4 defense and Steel Terra, I think this can wall both the Grimmsnarl and the Azumarill. So I'm just going to go for knockoff here and a Snarl. And try to get rid of Skeledirge this turn. Nice, that just KOs. Okay, sweet. Well, then the Snarl was unnecessary, but I wanted to make sure I went for just a cover for if it survived with the Sliver and Citrus Berry. Cool. Okay, we definitely did get lucky with the crit onto the Annihilate. That made the game a lot easier to play. Play rough here. Yeah, that's going to get a KO, but it's Dachsbun versus Azumarill plus the Grimmsnarl, and we're at +4 defense. And with leftover substitute and us being faster, I feel pretty good about the position. So Azumarill's and Citrus Berry either. It's like 2 body presses should just KO. I think here I'm down to Terra, go into Steel. I don't think that's actually necessary, though. I lose to a crit, that's the main thing. But otherwise, what are you going for anyway? Just a fairy type attack? Shouldn't really do too much to us, so I'm actually down to just body press here. Okay, it's pretty close to getting a KO for the next one. They're going to Spirit Break, sure. Yeah, that did 16 damage. And Liquidation, okay. Oh, they do get the crit, though! And the defense drop! Oh, boy. Okay, this game just got a lot more interesting. Wait, the defense drop is annoying because it means now body press probably doesn't KO you, huh? Well, I don't mind that. A crit for a crit. Let's spice things up a little bit, right? I think I substitute here. Man, that was wild. That's exactly what my opponent needed to get back into it. Because I don't think another body press KOs the Azumarill right now. Reflect wears off. If I Steel Terra, your Spirit Breaks do even less. Okay, I'm gonna Steel Terra sub. No way. Wow. Is that plus the defense drop? Because without the if like my defense doesn't drop there, I'm still at +4, and so I think the body press just KOs Azumarill even with Reflect, given that it looks like it was close to a 4-hit KO. We had gotten 3 hits off. Yep, so they set up Reflect. Okay, that's fine. Get substitute off. They shouldn't be able to break the sub here. Unless they crit again. This is wild. Okay. So I am just going to protect here. I mean, the reality is basically I need 2 body presses to KO Azumarill, right? And if I get the KO onto that, we should win the game. Because we can just substitute Wall Grimmsnarl essentially forever. So Spirit Break there. Liquidation. Oh, well, glad my opponent made things more interesting, that's for sure. It feels, yeah, it's just funny we both ended up getting crit. Okay. We are just gonna body press here. I don't think Spirit Break should break my sub. Yeah, you can see now, because I was at +3 defense rather than 4, we don't KO. But let's see. Like, I think I should still be good here unless Spirit Break crits me right now. Oh, it did break the sub. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Does Liquidation KO here? Oh my gosh, we're at 8 HP. It doesn't drop my defense. Okay, okay, okay. What is this game? I'm going to protect here for more leftovers recovery. I really didn't think Spirit Break would actually break there, honestly. Given that we were at +3 defense, Steel Terra. So I thought we like actually had this in the bag. Yeah, they have Aqua Jet now. Oh gosh, with Aqua Jet, like, does Aqua Jet plus Spirit Break KO essentially is the question. I think it might. I think it might. 28. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be really close. But we're just gonna body press here. 12. Okay, does Grimmsnarl do 12 damage with Spirit Break onto a Steel Dachsbun at +3 defense? It needs to get the KO right now. If not, we should be good. 3 HP! What the heck is going on? This is definitely one of the craziest games. I mean, now we should win, right? Unless something crazy happens. Oh my gosh. I mean, we need to avoid a crit still, I suppose. Oh. It's crazy. Like, they needed the crit and the defense drop and then actually got it to make things so much more dramatic. But like I said, I can't complain. Like, I got that crit onto Annihilate, but I think that crit mattered a lot more than the crit and defense drop onto us. So, I can't sub here. I just body press. How crazy would it be if they had Sucker Punch this entire time? Oh, that should... Oh my gosh. This was one of the craziest matches. Like, I feel bad because it wasn't a clean battle, but that was just chaos all around. But hey, that was our first game with Dachsbun and the Armarouge, and we managed to get Dachsbun to +4, and it ended up sweeping this endgame for us. So I cannot complain. That was a tough team to break through as well, because the Skeleturge just completely walled Dachsbun. If they didn't have, like, recovery, it was fine, because I could Snowly chip away with Snarl, but they actually had the Citrus, so I had to commit the knockoff, it felt like. Because I didn't think I'd ever win the endgame with Dachsbun against Skeleturge. In fact, actually, if Skeleturge switched out that turn into Grimmsnarl, I definitely would have lost the game. So, yeah, I think that's one play my opponent could have gone for, but it makes sense for them to stay in. And yeah, maybe like think I was going to target the Azumarill slot there. But yeah, the strategy here is very much just Dachsbun kind of sweeping everything. So I needed to get rid of Skeleturge as soon as I saw that I had Slack off. We were actually able to do that. But yeah, in the end, like, we should have been fine there even without the crit onto Grimmsnarl. It just helped us avoid a potential crit onto us. But I guess if they did crit us, we actually would have lost there. So, man, I can't believe that was our first game with this team. What the heck? How do we even top off that last game? Like, this is the Honchkrow, Hydreigon, Garchomp, Arcanine, Breloom, and the Golden Gold team that's been very popular so far. We've played it a bunch of times already at this point. So it was a rank 1 team built by a Japanese player called Suika. And it's, yeah, Choice Specs, Hydreigon, Poison. I don't actually think we've ever seen the Hydreigon Terra. It's Ground, Terra, Garchomp with Clear Amulet, Swords Dance, no bulk, Citrus Arcanine with Willis, Extreme Speed, Breloom with the Spore and the Rock Tomb, run into the Rock Tomb a bunch, and then Nasty Plot on Golden Go. So because of Haze, like, Murkrow's really a huge pain to deal with. We could go for Expanding Force. Can't really outpace them, though. I think Murkrow Garchomp, for example, is just a big problem to begin with. How in the world do I get through that? Ugh, I mean, Dachsbun's honestly really interesting. If I were them, I'm always leading Murkrow Garchomp, and honestly, I don't really have too much counterplay to that. If I had Trick Room on Indy, I'd go with that. I actually really don't think Meowscarada's the call. I guess it helps against Golden Gold, though. I don't know how I'm supposed to beat Murkrow Garchomp consistently here. Let's see. Because Meowscarada's also weak to the Brave Bird. Actually, do they have Brave Bird on that team? It's Foul Play. Yeah, I think Meowscarada was actually the solution here. Yeah. Okay, but they go with Hydreigon on Garchomp. So it's not the end of the world for us here. It is Specs Hydreigon with Dark Pulse. I'm kind of tempted to just Lava Plume, get the defense boost, and then Body Press here immediately. Get rid of Hydreigon, because Hydreigon's one of their only special attackers. Oh gosh, this has Choice Specs Terra Blast. It's gonna Terra Blast my Dachsbun, I think. I could have gone Steel to counteract that then. That was the play. They're probably gonna Earthquake and Terra Blast into Dachsbun. Yeah, I should have Terra'd. Poison Hydreigon is something that's picking up a little bit in usage. Unless for some reason they just ignore Dachsbun here. But I feel like with that move, yeah, you're definitely going for Terra Blast. If I go for Steel Terra... Oh, but they target the Armarouge. Okay. I like it. That completely opens up this game for me. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Dachsbun is at +2 defense now. Took nothing really from that Earthquake. I have to worry about Terra Sludge Bomb, but that's fine. Because I can just go out into Meowscarada, yeah? Seems okay. Meowscarada, not that worried about Garchomp at this moment. And we can just go for Choice Band Knockoff to KO the Hydreigon and Body Press Garchomp. Maybe Substitute was worth considering there. But if I had to guess, they're just going to Earthquake here. And after a Body Press, Garchomp should definitely be in KO range from Choice Band Knockoff. I mean, it's just a miracle they did not go for Terra Blast on a Dachsbun there. I should have probably considered Steel Terra, but I didn't want to Steel Terra into Garchomp Earthquake, right? That feels kind of bad. This combo's so funny. Win or lose? Like, oh my gosh. I remember when I went up against it, I was... Okay, so they actually switched. That's interesting. That's smart. Like, I think they recognize, hey, I need to conserve this to beat Dachsbun in the end game. It's actually Breloom coming out. Okay. Knock off this decent damage. Gets rid of Focus Sash. They are actually just going to Swords Dance. Interesting. Oh my gosh. This Dachsbun's crit rate is insane. What the heck? We'll take it. If I were them, I would protect Garchomp right now. Maybe Mach Punch into this or Spore into this. I'm down to read into the Protect this turn, I think. Feels entirely too obvious. Switch out into a Azumarill. Body Press into Breloom. That was a good switch, though. If Hydreigon had fainted there, I'd feel so confident about the current game state. So, really nicely played there. Okay, we'll switch into Azumarill. Show me Garchomp Protect. They didn't Protect. Well, maybe they're like, yeah, Mach Punch is just going to KO. Okay, that also makes sense. Wait, but they're going to self-KO themselves here, right? Huh. Okay. Man, this is such a fast-paced game. But the thing is, because you're Steel or Poison Terra, are you going to lock yourself into the Terra Blast? Because do you know about Dachsbun's Terra right now? I don't know. We'll see. Did they know this team? So Hydreigon comes back out. That's Choice Specs. Oh, it's Golden Go. Oh, that makes this so interesting because Knockoff is just looking so good now, right? Oh, this is going to be so close. Choice Band Knockoff is going to be amazing into either of these. I obviously have to worry about Make It Rain here. I could see this clicking Nasty Plot this turn, which concerns me, but I am just going to Aqua Jet here, and then I don't want to commit my Terra yet, I think. Aqua Jet and Protect. I don't think this KOs, right? It's close. Okay, they're going to Terra Blast. Wait, that's huge because it means now you're committed to Poison. And they just Make It Rain. Okay, that's huge. That is huge. Because now you're at -1 special attack with that, and I know your Hydreigon is Choice Specs. So, I can bring out the... I think we're good here, barring a crit. I'm going to bring out the Meowscarada. Yeah, we're going to bring out Meowscarada. And we are going to Terra with Dachsbun to get rid of the Fairy typing and turn into Steel. And we're going to go for a Knockoff here. I could theoretically knock off into this, but if they protected and then Hydreigon went Terra Blast here, that's not great for me. And I know Hydreigon's choice specs here, so I'm guaranteed the knockout onto Hydreigon. So we're going to go for knockoff and Snarl. Oh, wait, hold on. Knockoff. Yeah, let's make sure we do this right. Terra into steel typing, now Snarl. And then even if they were to Shadow Ball the Dachsbun here, it'd be okay, because then I just knock off into the Golden Go. Oh my god, this Pokemon is so cute! Oh, I love it. Beautiful. Yeah, this was their one way to win, I think. Protect and hope that I mess up and target the Golden Goal. But having played this team a bunch now... It's funny, though. I played this team a bunch, but no one's ever actually gone for the Terra Poison Terra Blast onto me. But yeah, just having seen the team afterwards and, you know, looking it up, knowing the sets gives you a pretty big advantage. We run into this team a lot at this point, right? So it's like, that's one thing in trying to like climb the ladder and keeping up with meta trends. It's really important to know like the most popular rental teams. So we just, yeah, knock off and Snarl. I think what was huge here was my opponent just KOing themselves with Earthquake, because Breloom had the opportunity to maybe Spore from that position, but I get what they were going for. They were just like, I'm going to go all in here and try to pick up a KO, essentially, onto the Meowscarada, because that's such a big threat. But in the end, that turn paid off really, really heavily for us. And yeah, once again, Dachsbun comes out and ends up not fainting at all. So I cannot believe those were our first 2 games with this team. I'm so happy already. Okay. Surely things can't get much better for Dachsbun, right? I feel like we've peaked. We've reached the absolute peak and pinnacle with this Pokemon. So, Hatterene, Torkoal, Amoonguss, King Gambit, Salamence, Garchomp. Do we just do it again? So Meowscarada is actually kind of interesting here, because it's faster than their whole team. And one like way I could see my opponent playing this game is like Amoonguss plus the Hatterene. Amoonguss, Hatterene... I feel like Assault Vest here is really interesting. I don't know, I kind of keep just going with it. But maybe we go with Torkoal and Indeedee in the back here. Azumarill is pretty solid, but in the sun, not as much. Play Rough's still good, though. But, like, this gives me a lot of optionality on turn 1, where I can just switch out into Indeedee or Torkoal, which is kind of cool. And with us having Assault Vest Torkoal, it's kind of handy into their team as well. So, I'll give that a shot. Because I've gone with Meowscarada and Azumarill for a lot of offense. I don't know, I mean, Meowscarada is still really solid here, in my opinion. And I think Azumarill, like, both of them are really good, but I just want to try a new combo. Salamence and Amoonguss. Okay. One route I can take here is actually just straight up switch Dachsbun into Indeedee turn 1 and just Expanding Force right away. But I'm also not completely opposed to a Lava Plume here into a substitute. I just don't know if Expanding Force gets the KO, I think it's totally worth it. But they might also feel threatened right now and like protect, you know? Okay, honestly, I'm down to Lava Plume and sub turn 1. Could be a defensive Amoonguss Terra here too. Actually, that would make a ton of sense. Yep. What is that, Dark? Yeah, that makes sense. That would completely shut down Expanding Force. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot. But now you are weak to Body Press. Wait, and they protect Salamence. Okay. Okay. If they Spore into Dachsbun, like, we are just in such a good spot. Because then I could just Body Press Amoonguss for a knockout next. You know, the thing is, I actually could have just Body Pressed this turn, but I was never expecting Dark Terror on turn 1, so I am not going to cover for that. Okay, they do Spore into Armarouge. But that's fine. It's like I have a Dachsbun now under a sub, healing back as well. Well, it's also funny seeing like the way Salamence is angled right now. The main question I have here is what kind of Salamence are you? Special? It's, you know, I think we just try to burn a turn of sleep here, honestly. I'm not completely opposed to just going for the knockout onto Amoonguss here. Okay, they switched. That's smart. What's coming in? Hatterene? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Armarouge takes a turn to sleep. Dual Wing Beat. Oh, you are physical. That is so good for Dachsbun. Okay. Does that even break our sub? No way. Body press does minimal damage, but that's okay. I have Snarl now as well. I cannot believe how effective this combination has been. Let's try to just wake up and Snarl. Oh my gosh, and we managed to wake up. So now we're at +4 defense. So Salamence is walled, but the thing is, I expect Torkoal as their last one. But we're doing honestly solid damage here. I'm gonna dual Wing Beat into that, sure. Like a Trick Room going up here right now isn't even that bad for me, I think. Okay, get Snarl off. The problem is that Dachsbun isn't really doing much damage either, but that's okay. Oh, and they actually just Dazzling Gleam instead of Trick Rooming. Okay. That's a pleasant surprise. So I'll get to +6 defense in this game, which is sick. Okay. NDD and Torkoal with Assault Vest. We're not min speed here. Let's keep that in mind. I mean, I'm down for another Lava Plume here. That gets me to just +6 defense. I think Lava Plume Snarl here is acceptable. This is crazy. This is just actual madness. Like, we're just slowly chipping away. I actually think Body Press was probably the move here. Would that have KO'd Hatterene, though? We did so little damage earlier. Like, surely they Trick Room now, right? And then you have Torkoal in the back. But I can just... They just Gleam again! Wow. Ah, that's a crit, though. Oh, that wasn't even a crit. Okay, that... How did you do so much without a crit there? Not surprising. Okay. Well... Can go out into NDD now. Yeah, I'm actually just kind of surprised that the fact it did that much, but that's fine. Psychic Terrain is up. Wonder if Dual Wing Beat KOs this. Hyper Voice. Body Press in a hat. Salamence switches into... What is that? King Gambit. Oh, a double switch. Okay, I don't mind that. That's probably why they didn't want a Trick Room, though. But I don't know. I feel like Trick Rooming would have been pretty beneficial for them. Okay. I mean, Dachsbun is just at +6 looking like a menace right now, right? And we're healing back from leftovers. You have Rocky Helmet. That's fine. You can't go for Sucker Punch now. And presumably, you are slow with King Gambit. I mean, King Gambit's base speed is just very slow, so I don't think I need to be too worried about it. It's mainly the Hatterene, right? If we KO Hatterene, we should be good. If Hatterene comes back out, I do have to worry about it setting up Trick Room. But they're going to bring out Salamence. Okay. I mean, you shouldn't really do much damage with Salamence from this current position, right? Terra Psychic doesn't really do much for me. Terra Steel is very valuable in the late game against the... It's actually pretty valuable against both here. I guess they could dual Wing Beat angle for a crit here, right? Because honestly, I think I just want a Psychic and Body Press. I think this might be a good time to Terra here, honestly. Just because I could see their win condition being dual Wing Beat crit. And this prevents that win condition. Because Dual Wing Beat does give you 2 shots at critting with each individual hit. Or each individual hit has its own shot of critting. So, okay. There's Psychic and Body Press. I just can't believe we've gotten 3 games in a row where we've actually been able to pull off this combo and get Dachsbun really set up. This is so fun. I love Pokemon. I really do. King Gambit protects. Okay, that's fine. What does Salamence do? Oh, perfect. They just Dragon Claw. I think that should just win me the game now, because I just get a free body press into the King Gambit. Psychic KO Salamence, presumably, with Psychic Terrain. Excellent. I think the only debate here is, I just don't want to lose to Hatterene, right? And, like, with us being so boosted up defensively, we should beat the the King Gambit. I guess I also have Torkoal in the back, so basically, like, my opponent's win condition is maybe go for a double protect and set up Trick Room with Hatterene. So, we just want to deny Hatterene Trick Room, right? I just don't know if Body Press at +6 even KOs this. But another win condition is protect Hatterene and then crit onto Dachsbun. I do have Encore here as well, so I could Encore them into protect. Like, I lean towards Hyper Voice and Body Press here. I'd go for the double protect Trick Room play, but they actually just end up forfeiting. Okay. I think that was still... They still had, like, had one more turn to potentially win that. But I figured we'd be in a really good spot anyway. Like, the only thing I was worried about was, one, Hatterene protecting, and then King Gambit just critting into the Dachsbun. But if they protect and then they don't crit, we're still fine. Torkoal comes out. Torkoal actually just should be... With the Assault Vest, should just get a KO onto both of those. But, yeah. Another win in the books for Dachsbun and Armarouge. This is crazy. Okay, is this Nemi, who is one of the best players from Latin America? I assume so. Unless there's someone trying to copy him. If so, he top cut the World Championships in 2018, got top 8 at the Oceania International Championships, got 2nd at the Latin American International Championships in 2020, and then top 8 at the European Internationals in 2022, using, I think he had Dialga and Weezing on his team, which was really cool. So, yeah, I think this is him, which is awesome. His real name is Javier Valdez. He's an amazing player. Well, if there's anyone that can dethrone Dachsbun, it's probably him. But I will give it my all. It's just the Hydreigon that I think makes things tough. Also, Gengar does get Haze, and I kind of expect Haze and Clear Smog on Gengar and Amoonguss, respectively. Meowscarada is really interesting. I don't think I want NDD. Alright. You know, Dachsbun hasn't failed us yet. We'll give it another shot. Meowscarada, I think I go back to the original 4. Azumarill's too important to not bring, I feel like, into a Hydreigon Garchomp matchup. But I did drop it in that previous one, right? Nah, well, we'll see. Alright, Dachsbun, show us what you got. I'd totally be okay with the loss here. I did not expect to just get like 3 wins in a row with it, honestly. Hydreigon Garchomp. Oh boy, oh boy. A familiar combination. Lava Plume. I'm not gonna lie, I want a Terra here. And Body Press into Hydreigon. I'm gonna go for it. I don't know if they're like Poison Terra, for example. Like Steel Terra Hydreigon's normally what I'd expect. But essentially, me going for Terra here with Dachsbun. Oh, okay, they're just going to switch. Nicely done. Into Amoonguss. I don't hate that for me, I think. It'd make my dream come true if Garchomp protected, but... Are they going to Earthquake here, actually? They could Swords Dance, right? But Swords Dance would totally be okay with me. Because I just get to +2 defense. But the awkward thing is this Terra ended up being fairly ineffective. I think I just... remembering that last game against Hydreigon. Oh! Their Choice Scarf. I get crit, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay, honestly. It's close as to whether another one will KO me. Oh, but we burn Garchomp, so crit for a burn, but I think that favors me fairly heavily. Okay, so now I can just Lava Plume and Body Press again, or I could go for Substitute. I think Sub is the play here. Garchomp switches. Into Hydreigon again, yep. I wouldn't be surprised seeing Amoonguss Protect here, which is why I wanted to see sub. Nice! Although, if I actually just body press into the Hydreigon slot, would be chilling even more, right? Okay. And sub goes up. I mean, it's looking fairly solid, honestly. And now I can just go for another Lava Plume and body press into the Hydreigon slot. We'll be at +6 defense at the end of this. Which is, it depends on the item on Hydreigon, because they could just go for Protect on Hydreigon right now and then get a Spore off. I'm down to target Hydreigon. Oh my gosh. You know, the crazy thing is, with Garchomp Hydreigon lead, Earthquake immediately would have just won it, right? I was kind of surprised to see Dragon Claw, but I wonder if that was to cover for a Terra Grass on Armarouge, for example. That would make sense to me. We gotta keep going until we lose, right? At this point, so I'm gonna keep going. I just can't believe it. Oh, okay, they've got Armarouge, Indeedee, Meowscarada, Sylveon, Tyranitar, and the Annihilape. I mean, what's your Dachsbun answer? Okay, I should have just blindly leaded every game. I really should consider what my absolute best lead is, but to be honest, I still think it is my best lead. In my opinion, the main thing I want to cover for is probably their Armarouge and Indeedee. That's actually a really tough lead to beat, I think. But that's where I would steal Terra and then Snarl, probably. Torkoal's worth considering here. I don't want to just go Meowscarada, Azumarill. Sylveon's Torkoal is really interesting here, no? But we're so slow. You know, I actually think I am going to bring it. Mainly because this also hedges for Armarouge Indeedee. Where if Indeedee goes for Follow Me and then Armarouge Trick Rooms, Torkoal's looking really solid. I cannot believe this Dachsbun combo, though. Holy cow. Like, I knew it'd be fun, but, like, it's been dominant. Indeedee and Annihilape. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like... I expect this to maybe be the, bulk upset like we saw earlier. Wait, I could just Expanding Force though, low-key. They could Terra, which is the problem. They should Terra. So the question is, do I want to Expanding Force expecting a Terra? Because I could also see them switching out into Tyranitar. So I kind of want to... Like, I don't think they're just going to let me get a free Expanding Force off here. I'm going to Lava Plume Body Press. Oh, wow. They didn't Terra or switch, though. Okay, Expanding Force would have been pretty sick there, then. Oh my god, Lava Plume's burn rate here has been crazy, too. What is happening? This combo just refuses to lose. Okay, it's Final Gambit onto Armarouge. Well, that makes me feel better about getting lucky with the burn. Because, yeah, if that were like a bulk upset and we got a burn, like, that would be so brutal. Body Press. They just reflect. Okay. Sure. I do think what this combo has going for it is the element of surprise. Because I know when I went up against it, I legitimately had no idea what was coming my way. I just got lucky that I had Steel Terra, Hydreigon, and one-shot the Dachsbun. Tyranitar comes out though, like... I just get another defense boost and body press, no? I actually want to sub here, I think, because I don't know what Terra Tyranitar is going to be, and I think Ghost Terra here would cover for body press. But that's okay, because then you commit your Terra, I have two things in the back to deal with you, and then Dachsbun can still wall you fairly effectively. But yeah, being able to chip away at the Annihilate before it was able to get Final Gambit off was huge. So, here's a Terra. It's gonna be Tyranitar. Rock. Okay, Body Press is gonna crush that. No helping hands. We just get Lava Plume off. Plus 4 defense. Bye-bye, NDD. This is insane. This is actually insane. And we get sub up before Tyranitar even moves. Rock Slide, I would guess. Good Dragon Dance. And they miss too. The plot armor on this team is unbelievable. I feel like so many things have gone my way. I've been super lucky, without a doubt. But I'm fairly proud of how I played so far as well. You know, like, when you get good luck, you just need to reflect and be like, okay, would I have changed anything? How much did I need the luck to win? I think the first game was the one where it absolutely mattered the most, because the Annihilate was pretty defensive at that point. I'm not sure I could have knocked it out very easily. Here, I think we just go into, yeah, Meowscarada, because I can just crit KO the Tyranitar. So, it comes down to what their final Pokemon is. Armarouge. Okay. Torkoal in the back. I mean, Tyranitar's not a problem here at all. So I'm down to Knockoff. And Snarl. I don't think Knockoff will KO, though. Yeah, they protect. Okay, good protect. It's fine for now, but if I had clicked Flower Trick into Tyranitar, that would have been game over immediately. But the reason I didn't was because I was worried about Tyranitar protecting and then Armarouge getting an attack off. And, like, we'll take a Rock Slide here for sure, so it's fine, right? Because, like, at this point, Dachsbun definitively wins against Tyranitar, especially with the substitute being up. So all I need to do is KO the Armarouge, which is why I'm fine targeting into it. Yeah, that's fine. Like, Rock Slide does not really do that much to us. Yeah, and it doesn't even break sub. Okay, we're faster than Armarouge too. That's a big piece of information. They might be compelled to set up Trick Room, but this is why I brought the Torkoal in the back. Because if Armarouge does set up Trick Room, Torkoal just comes out and outspeeds them. So I'm going to knock off again. Snarl again. They could go for a double protect here. Wait, that would actually be... They do. Well done. They don't get it, but really well done assessing that that was the right play. Oh my gosh. Knockout even through Reflect still does that much. It was Life Orb. Okay. And Snarl KOs. This is the craziest team I've tried so far. Like... It's crazy enough as is. It is even crazier to me just how effective it is. And they miss Rock Slide, unfortunately. On both Pokemon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But, I mean, another Body Press would have just KO'd. And we had Torkoal in the back. Change the weather as well. Like, you're never beating Dachsbun in this endgame. Because I'm faster as well. So, even the crit win condition doesn't really work. You need a double crit, like, back-to-back. Actually, I could just keep substituting until you don't crit, essentially. So, yeah. But I feel like this team has some unbelievable plot armor I've never experienced before. And like I said, we're going to keep going until I lose. Because this is crazy. Alright. Is Dachsbun going to continue the streak? We've got Hatterene, NDD, Torkoal, Gothitelle, Armarouge, and Garganacl, aka Salt Guy. Huh. Okay, so the reality here is that Dachsbun struggles a little bit because the defense boosts don't actually help it at all, other than against maybe Garganacl. I think we might finally have met our match. Meowscarada has Choice Band Knockoff, which is pretty sweet. Like, I have Snarl... Low-key, just want to lead Torkoal here and, like, Eruption. Because we're faster. Like, what if I just straight up lead Torkoal? And this. And if they lead into D, I can Expanding Force Eruption turn 1. Like, I don't have Imprisoned Trick Room here. Still bring Dachsbun. Scarlet as the 4th. Okay, I don't know about this one. This one's tricky. No pun intended. Maybe a little pun intended. Yeah, I mean, Dachsbun's okay for Snarl, but the thing is, like, getting defense boost in the last games, essentially, like, what really helped us secure so much momentum is like, oh, you have a physical attacker? Well, I get a defense boost immediately against you. Now your physical attacker feels pretty weak. Armarouge Hatterene. I don't love this. I mean, what should my goal here be? Deny them Trick Room, I think? Terra Grass is definitely not the move. Could Eruption. It's mainly the Torkoal in the back I'm there and I'm worried about, right? Alright, I'm gonna try to just KO Hatterene. Oh no. I'm gonna get Expanding Forced. Okay, that was a sweet play. Unless they protected for some reason, but nope. I was just like, I really want to deny Trick Room on turn 1. But they're just going to hit me with an Expanding Force, presumably. And then now I increased or Flash Fire. Oh, that's interesting, though. Do you bring Hatterene back out? Because if so, then I get an Expanding Force or Eruption onto that. So it's actually not that bad. It is Hatterene coming back out. Okay. Yeah, this is going to hurt a lot still, though. Oh my gosh, yeah. Not really gonna do that much. But enough where another Armor Cannon presumably should KO. So now we want to switch. Oh, it's very risky going to Meowscarada because they theoretically could go for a fire type attack. I'm fairly behind. Am I? Like, why not just bring out Dachsbun? Well, the reason would be if Meowscarada survives the turn, I'm actually in a very good spot going into the next turn. Alright, I'm down to switch out into Meowscarada. Actually, maybe we just give up Torkoal here, truthfully. I could give up both Pokemon and still be okay. Yeah, I'm not going to switch. We'll see if Hatterene protects. They don't? Okay. Some boosted Armor Cannon. Is that enough for a KO? Nice! The tricky thing here is if they did Expanding Force, it will feel bad because I could have conserved the Torkoal, but it's fine. I don't know. I just, like, really did not love the idea of switching in Meowscarada and then losing it to a fire hit because I would actually instantly lose the game, whereas from this position, it still might be okay. I don't know if I have enough damage, though, in this endgame. Because Indeedee should come back out, and they can just follow me now. Maybe I did need to switch there. Yeah, unfortunately, Dachsbun was not the right pick here. Azumarill would have been better. I didn't really have that many good picks to begin with, though, truthfully. I think we commit to knockoff here. Definitely don't want to Grass Terra. Knock off and Snarl. Maybe Snarl saves me. So they go for Follow Me. Okay. They could Trick Room here and have Torkoal in the back as well. Oh, are they Clear Amulet? It's got to be Torkoal as the last one too. Yeah, I can't sweep at this point. We finally have met our match, but there's actually a lot of interesting stuff to digest. Yep, Snarl did not get a special drop there. That's very interesting. There's no way I can win this, right? Eruption's always just KOing this. Dachsbun is never winning from this position. Yeah. Nicely played. Anyway, I'm actually really glad to have this game because obviously this combo isn't unbeatable. We had a crazy win streak with it. And ultimately my opponent's team was very bad for Dachsbun for a couple of reasons. One, they had primarily special attackers. They had Hatterene, they had Indeedee, they had Armarouge, they had Torkoal. Two, we didn't really have that many great Pokemon to body press. Three, the Lava Plume does not benefit me. Like, it benefits me in the defense boost. Sure, that allows me to do more damage with body press, but the defense boosts defensively don't actually help much. And if you look at my opponent's team, they had a lot to capitalize off the Lava Plume. For example, their Armarouge taking it would be helpful. Yeah, like, the one thing I think I could have done differently in this game was switch out that Torkoal into the Meowscarada, the turn I was talking about, or pre-team preview, or during team preview, just don't bring the Dachsbun. I need a Azumarill for sure. Even with the Azumarill, that I'm still not sure if we actually win it, but Dachsbun unfortunately contributed nothing to it. This matchup just isn't right for it, and without the defense boost, yeah, you can use it as like a Snarl bot, but I had no damage at that end game, so... Indeedee could have been worth considering for Psychic and Encore. I don't love it, especially because it sets up the terrain for them. So, yeah. It's not an easy matchup, and that's one of the ways you can get around Dachsbun. Have a lot of special attackers that don't care about defense boost. But this was so fun. Like, this may have been my favorite episode yet, just because I did not expect this duo to be that dominant and strong. We definitely had a lucky string of games as well. There was a lot of good RNG, and I do think that a lot of this duel very much relies on having like the complete element of surprise, because just a strong turn one can often win you the game. But I'm glad to feature that Dachsbun can be a legit Pokemon, and combining it with the Choice Scarf Armarogue is a perfect combination. A match made in heaven, really. So thank you so much as always for watching. My name's Aaron CybertronVGC. If you enjoy, please share your support by leaving a like, and I'll see you all soon. Shoutouts to Dachsbun.